TV from a mental health perspective. Ooh, there's a lot going on. Ooh, there's a lot going on already. But it's not so much already because, so here's what happened, right? After last night's episode, I was like, I'm staying up to watch the feeds. I'm staying up to watch the feeds. I was watching the whole countdown. 30 minutes to go, 15 minutes, 11 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go. I think the feeds were on for less than 10 minutes because it was 12:40 a.m. Eastern time and I knocked out. So I didn't really get a thing that was going on with the feeds. I woke up. Those of you who have been following me long enough know that I have this weird sleep pattern. And I woke up at 3 something in the morning like I always do. So I was like, you know what? Let me flip on the feeds. And when I flipped on the feeds, there was some heavy gaming going on. And I said to myself, why is there such heavy gameplay on day one? And then I realized it's not day one. For us who are watching the feeds, the fans, is day one. But for them, they're actually on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Day 5 going into day 6. They're day 6 now. They were technically kind of day 6 at the time also because it was Monday. It had just basically turned Monday on the West Coast. So that's where we were at. So there's a lot of things. I mean, I watched the feeds from about 3:30 in the morning until about 6 o'clock in the morning. I watched about 2.5 hours of feeds, and the feeds fed me, man. I mean, I missed some of the earlier stuff, which I'm gonna have to find a page that summarizes well or provides me enough clip videos that I can get those parts that I missed, like the Rachel conversations and the Morgan conversations. But I can give you the general tea that I got, which was mostly this conversation that took place between Vince and Jimmy. I'm surprised at how decently I've been remembering these people's names, to be honest. They're not off the tip of the tongue, but you guys know I'm so terrible with names. And it usually takes me like 4 weeks before I remember everyone's names. But I would say I have gotten at least 80% of their names I can come up with. I haven't even used my cheat sheet just yet. All right. Good morning, Vicky, and hello, Caleb. So, yeah. So, anyways, remember yesterday? For those who saw me yesterday, remember yesterday when I was like, never volunteer yourself as Anam. I'm looking at you, Kelly. We call that pooched. That's been a thing since season 23. I remember when Pooch volunteered to go on the block, and I believe his reasoning for going on the block was to get Taylor out, and he's willing to be the guy because he knows he's 100% safe, and that he's never going to go out versus Taylor, blah, blah, blah. And they were just like, oh, wow, this guy actually made life easier for all of us by volunteering to put himself up there. So when Kelly was talking to Vince, it's like, I trust you. And then they agreed to make a final 2, and she quickly was just like, if you need somebody else to put on the block, you can put me on the block. And what I said yesterday in my live was, she's not off the table, even though she was not selected as one of the 3 picks because Amy decided to do too much and basically gave Vince an easy out to be able to have another reason to put somebody else up. I was like, if somebody else wins that power of veto and comes off the block, Kelly's probably going to be going on the block. Now, let me rewind a little bit because not everybody knows what happened. So last night, the 3 picks to go on the block were Zay, Ashley, and Amy. Those were the 3 people on the block. They had the Power Veto competition sometime yesterday night, I presume. And the winner of the Power Veto was Ashley, which I'm so happy about. I'm telling y'all, I'm super happy about Ashley winning that Power Veto. I didn't want to see her go out week 1 because she took too long in somebody's shower. Like, that just would not have sat right with me. Any other reason, like, you're gonna go home week 1 because you showered too long in somebody's shower. Whether you liked it or whether you thought it was inconsiderate or not, or whether you thought it was some kind of egregious mistake. I mean, bathroom etiquette? Come on, man. So I'm so happy that the person who clearly was about to be the scapegoat of the 27 season won that Power Veto, took herself off the block. Now, when it comes to the replacement, it seems like, from everything that I have kind of glanced at, the majority of the house wants Kelly to go up as the replacement now. And they want Kelly to go home. And it seemed like Vince is like I don't want to upset the balance, go with the house type of guy. So he was like, even though she's my friend and I want her to stay, and it would be really hard for me if she's not in the house, I have to go with what the house wants, and I can't break 2 promises. Like, he made a promise to Ashley, and he was making promises to the other house guests. He's making promises to other house guests about putting Kelly up. So then, after he broke it down with all these different house guests, he ends up in the HOH room with his number 1, Messy Jimmy. Jimmy is messy, y'all. So Jimmy and him were in the HOH room together. They're discussing and recapping everything, and Jimmy was pushing for Keanu to get put up. And he was like, the difference between Kelly and Keanu, well, a lot of differences for him. And he was just like, we can trust Kelly. We can't trust Keanu. Keanu is too all over the place. He's a liar. He's this and he's that. And he was really low on that. And he was just like, if you get out Kelly, you're getting out an ally, blah, blah, blah. So he's really pushing for Keanu to be the person instead of Kelly. Where Vince was standing with that, Vince was very hesitant. Like, he was listening to everything that Jimmy was saying. But he was still very hesitant because he's like, I'm going to piss so many people off if I don't do what the house wants. So I don't even know what's the best thing for his game, because he put himself between a rock and a hard place. Because you do what Jimmy wants. Yeah, Jimmy's your guy. Yeah, Jimmy possibly could be loyal to you, because I don't even know for sure. It's a possibility that Jimmy could be loyal to you. But Jimmy gives me like, I'm loyal to myself type of vibes, because Jimmy, come on, man. Jimmy has been in, I don't know how many alliances so far. I'm going to have to find one of those Twitter pages that has the alliance maps. I want to say Ori Streams always does alliance maps. So maybe I will check his Twitter and see if he has some alliance maps, because I'm way behind. I usually use Twitter as my source of where to find those alliance maps, but one of the pages that I was a heavy follower of, the page owner passed. Rest in peace. So I have to find another. There was only but maybe three Big Brother pages that I followed, and I can't find one of them. That happened, and another one I can't find that page, and the third one is that one still gives me updates, but they don't give video or picture updates, so it's not visual. The visual updates are basically my favorite thing, because it's like it gives me a cheat sheet to kind of look at. I would study that information and it would help me, because obviously I'm a one-person team. There's pages that have 5, 6, 10 people, and each of them, if there's 24 hours in a day, they'll split up the 24 hours like, okay, each person covers 2 hours of the live feeds. Nope. My live feed coverage is basically when I'm awake and when I have the time. Y'all know how my live feed updates go. If I'm awake, I pop on the live feeds, and while they're having their conversations, I take pictures and then I put up quotes. If you guys want some updates of that conversation I'm talking about, by the way, run over to check my community posts, because I was posting up all my updates all night, or at least for the time that I was awake last night. It's very interesting. Hi, Zoran. This season has promise, y'all. When I tell you I wasn't this excited about 26, and the thing was, on paper, I believe that I was interested in season 26. I was like, on paper, this seems like it could be really good. And then for season 27, on paper, I was like, I don't know about this season. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but then, we're into it. Basically week 1, and I'm loving it. So far, so good. So we're gonna find out today, this afternoon, we're gonna find out who's going to be the Power Veto replacement. We're gonna find out what's gonna be the aftermath in the house after that. We're gonna find out Jimmy. Is everyone going to be on to Jimmy's games? Because I feel like he's doing too much. But we always need a doing too much person in the house. So I am glad that he's in there. And I am hoping for and waiting for a Jimmy versus Rachel showdown, which I'm sure will happen if Jimmy gets Rachel on the block in a upcoming week, or the other way around. Rachel gets Jimmy on the block, or even better, if one week they're sitting on the block together and they have to campaign against each other, because both of them would be majorly cutthroat. I already know it. I already know what Rachel's capable of, but Jimmy seems like he's like to throw his own mama under the bus for $1 type. So we'll see. So that's the morning tea. As anything else happens, or as I learn more information, I'll let y'all guys know. And I'll be on at some point today. I don't know, like I remember last year, sometimes there's no time to really predict when they do the Power Veto ceremony. I just know it's always Monday afternoon. Sometimes it was as early as like 1 p.m. Eastern, but sometimes it was as late as maybe 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. So like 3 for them. So I think it's more likely to be around that time. 2-3 Pacific time. So whenever that happens, I'll be back here, unless it's during Mawcast, which is 6:30 today, 6:30 p.m. today. But anytime before or after that, I'm going to be on discussing the ongoings of the house. So 4:30 a.m. Yeah, so anyways, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Big Brother is back, y'all. Later.